Hey guys, MoneyMan300 back for another video in the red and blue for 1 and 2 series, and it is the last video of B, thankfully. So this is going to be the build and tune for the RX-8, and you guys saw the races. It just wasn't a great car. It was just okay. Like, it was average on the handling courses, and it was kind of average on the speed stuff, and it was average on the momentum. So it just didn't do anything very well. Unfortunately, it didn't have great acceleration. It handled okay, and it had, decent top end. So, if you guys want to grab this thing, see if you can make it a little better. Maybe there's a better way to do this, as Rock King and I were talking in the last video. So anyways, let's hop over and take a look at it and see what we got going on here. Let's get over into the upgrade. And let's hop over here. It's been a while since I've looked at this, so we're gonna have to click through these. So there is no, it's interesting. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could come in here and put the 5.7 liter V8. So one of the things we really wanted to do, and I think I mentioned it in the B class reveal, was use some engines that were, either stock or different than the Rally engine or the 5.7 liter V8s. And that kind of dominates B class, and we were trying to do something a little different, and we put ourselves at a little bit of disadvantage by doing that, but we were definitely trying to make it a challenge, and we certainly did that. So, but yeah, anyway, no engine swap there. Probably have an aspiration conversion. I do. The centrifugal supercharger is in there. So let's go back here, and drivetrain was stock, obviously, and we're gonna have the front Forza arrow, adjustable arrow, and the rear adjustable arrow. And I don't think I did anything with the bumper. Yeah, you add some PI, so it adds weight and PI. I'm gonna obviously pass on that. It says it adds speed. I think that's probably questionable. So let's hop in and take a look at the tires. We did go full grip. So this was originally our handling car, so you'll see that a lot. Usually want to make that as grippy as possible, being our handling car. So we do have full grip on those tires, and probably have full width. So got 255s in the front, and we have 285s in the rear. So that's full. So that's maybe one place, but even with all that on there, it still didn't grip particularly well, which I found interesting. For kind of the lack of torque that it had, it didn't hold the lines very well. So could have been bad tune. I don't know. Could have been a lot of things. But here's our rims here, Type RE. I believe kind of somewhere in the middle, maybe a little bit more towards the end there. But you can find, and you can see there's a lot of different ones in here that potentially could meet what you're looking for. So that's those there. And let's take a look at this. It looks like we are stock in the front, and stock wheel size is in the back. So it looks like 19-inch in the front and in the rear on that. Let's hop over into our drivetrain, and we do not have a transmission here. So maybe a transmission and take a little power off is something that could help, but I actually didn't. I found the gearing to be fine. I didn't think they were too long or too short or anything like that. So it really didn't have any issues with that. Cannot go up anywhere in the driveline, so we do have stock driveline there, and we have our race differential. And I didn't do the clutch, but I always have a stock clutch on there. If you're using manual with the clutch, there's actually no reason to ever upgrade your clutch. So that's just one of those things. So worthless upgrade if you're using manual with clutch. Manual clutch could have a minor impact. If you're using auto, the clutch actually does help a fair amount. So let's hop in here. We're going to have race brakes. We're going to have race springs. We're going to have race front roll bars, race rear roll bars. I don't remember if we had the roll cage in here or not. We don't. This is one of those that actually pulls down your PI, again, at the expense of a fair amount of weight, almost 100 pounds, 90 pounds to be exact. So you can see I had it at one point in there. So obviously I played around with it. Must not have felt like I got the benefit out of the extra PI, and I did take all the weight out of the car. So again, trying to go for that handling. We wanted to try to get some acceleration out of that. It's fairly heavy for its size already, which doesn't help. So I'm going to go through all these. I don't remember what all we have. So it looks like we got sport intake, stock fuel system, stock ignition, Stock exhaust. It's probably not going to be, if I don't have exhaust on, there's probably not going to be a whole lot here. Stock rotors and compression. See, I kind of played around with that one a little bit, but never found something that worked out very well. We do have the race centrifugal supercharger. I doubt we have either of these here, but I'll just double check them real quick. But we don't. Okay, so that is all of our build, and I always forget to do this, but here's our numbers here. 6.1 speed, 5.6 handling, 7.8 acceleration, 8.4 launch, and 6.0 braking, and up at 319 horsepower, 197 foot-pounds of torque, coming in at just over 2,500 pounds, and 52% of that to the front. And then here's the other numbers, are 0 to 60 or 0 to 100, top speed, and all of that good stuff, braking distance and lateral G's. So let's hop in and take a look at the tune. So we were at 28 and 28 on the tires. We couldn't do anything on our gears. Remember, they weren't adjustable. Ended up at 3.5 and 3.0. That was actually my starting point. I really didn't adjust off of that. And then default toe and default Kastner angle. And I ended up at 19.82 and 15.31 on our roll bars. 566.6 and 463.4, 5.0 and 5.0 on the ride height, 10.4 and 10.0 on the rebound, and our bump at 1.8 and 1.6. The aero, we did do full aero on this. Maybe this is another place where you can make it a little faster, take some of the aero off of there, going for that handling. I did go full aero at 100 and 200, 53% and 200. That's what I always doing now on the braking force, and then ended up at 20 and 10. Would have liked to have been a little bit higher on that front acceleration, but again, I really did have some problems with oversteer. The car really wants to drift. It really wants to get sideways, so kind of had to tune that out of there the best that we could. So anyway, that is all of our build and our tune for the RX-8, and that is going to finish out B class. We will have the A class reveal, and rolling right into A class. We got our cars. I got them tuned up, tested a little bit. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are really going to like these A class cars. It's going to be 3 cars you'll be able to immediately put into your arsenal and use in multiplayer. So I think you guys are really going to like those. Pretty excited. We haven't raced them yet, other than just kind of some testing on our own. So we're going to be getting together in the next day or so and starting to get our races going. So I'm really excited for that. So that A-class reveal coming up, and then it should be the next day. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.